I'm going to wait for a couple of people to jump on. I should really announce when I'm going on live instead of just hopping on live. Give you guys some notice. Hello, hello. Hi, Mariana. Sana Ray. Oh, I'm probably butchering people's names. Hi, Dee. Hi, Heather. How are you guys today? How's everyone doing? Hi, Marisa. Gianna. Luki. All is great. How are you guys? All is really, really good. I can't complain. Thank you. Right now it is 5:20 p.m. here in Canada. I just finished filming. That's why she's all done up. I know I said I'd be coming here on a weekly basis and I didn't come last week. So I'm like, let me hop on live real quick and just chat with you guys for a little bit, even if it's half an hour, and talk about some fragrance, talk about life. And I also wanted to talk about how to make money online. I get that question a lot, how I'm able to make a full-time living being a very small content creator, like, you know, compared to people who have 500,000. Let me know, because I get those questions quite frequently. And I'm always very, very open to share what I've learned, because I've been doing YouTube for quite a long time, like probably like 6-7 years now. I want your opinion about the Kilian Princess perfume. Shall I buy? I tried out Princess last year and I ended up returning it because I just felt like it was very just basic. I didn't find anything special. Adulting, I think that's what you call it. Adulting or adults. One of them with the adult name. That one was nice and I might pick up that one, but Princess, I didn't feel the need to have it. Thank you so much. I didn't feel the need to have that one. So, yeah. When it comes to the Kilians, the ones that they sell at Sephora with the ball, a lot of them just didn't really impress me that much. So I didn't pick up a full-size bottle, but I might just get adults, one of the two. I smelled a Coca-Cola vibe in Princess. Honestly, I smelled it months ago. It was last year. So I really don't recall fully what it smelled like. Maybe I need to kind of go back and smell it again. It's been a long time and things just started opening up here in Canada again. Thank the Lord. Our malls are opening up and restaurants and all of that stuff. Tomorrow, that's when we get our theaters back open, our gyms back open, because your girl needs to hit the gym. So we're really excited about that, and I can definitely like start to go back into malls and play around with fragrances. I really want to go and look at the entire Louis Vuitton collection and maybe vlog that experience. Also, I want to go and look at the entire Christian Dior private collection and vlog that for you guys. So I might do that very soon. I feel like I'm out of breath. Jeez, girl. I need to go to the gym. Hi, Amina. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad that the videos are helpful. Like, honestly, I love creating content and I love that I can chat with you guys and kind of be able to have this beautiful community online. You know what I mean? Even though I don't know you guys, face to face, there's a ton of you that are always in the comment section that talk to me on Instagram via DM. Trying to answer all my DMs. I could take a little while sometimes because it can get a little much. but I try to respond to as many as possible. So always, if you want to say anything, if you have a question, DM me on Instagram. Because the comment section on YouTube can get a bit crazy. So Instagram is definitely the best way. I just purchased Baccarat shampoo. I can't wait to smell it. Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Okay, that's my jam right there. I have an upcoming haul very soon, but I'm gonna mention some of the fragrances here on the live because y'all are amazing and you came on my live. But I finally got the extrait version. Oh, she's so good. She's so good. I finally got that one. I also want to talk about another fragrance that I got from Kilian. It just came in the mail today. Oh my God, I've been so terrible July when it comes to fragrances. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think I need to go on a no buy for next month because this month was intense. It was intense. Hi, Manny. Thank you so much. Can you please include an OOTD or some fashion and makeup choices that can go with perfume? Oh, Black Onyx. That's a great idea. I was actually thinking of doing a video where I have 5 fragrances and 5 outfits, how I would pair them up. So I definitely will do that. I will do that for sure. Because depending on what I'm wearing really kind of goes with the vibe of the fragrance that I'm going to put on, like where I'm going. If I'm going to be by the water, maybe having date night with my husband, that's when I really go out, because I don't go out a lot, to be honest. I'm very much a homebody. I'm very much always with the hubby and my kids. But different occasions, like if we're all together, if we're going for a walk, hiking, I don't know, we're going by the water, that's when I decide what I'm going to wear in terms of fragrances and my outfit, of course. I'm not the biggest fashionista. I try. I just bought My Way, but to my nose, it's pretty comparable to Mon Guerlain Bloom of Rose. I've never tried that Mon Guerlain, so maybe it is, but I've never tried it. But I love My Way. It's beautiful, beautiful. And they just said that they're coming out with the intense. I gotta film today when I get off this live. I have to film a video of fragrance news to tell you guys the launches that are coming out this month. They're pretty amazing, and My Way Intense is one of them. I'm excited to try it out. I just received a sample of Oud Satin Mood Extrait. Girl, that's a heavy hitter fragrance. Oud Satin Mood, for some reason, I guess the reviews that I saw didn't really explain the intensity of that scent. That scent is not for, no, it's not for everyone. It's definitely oud based, but it's not like a dirty oud. It's definitely a smoother oud, but it's still a very heavy hitter fragrance. Like that fragrance, 2-3 sprays, I'm good. I can't do more than that because it's just like, it's loud. It's loud. especially the extrait version. It's loud. I definitely have to do a video on my MFK fragrances because I haven't really talked about Oud Satin Mood. I haven't talked about Oud Velvet Mood. I have that one too, which is like, that one isn't, I can't even wear that one. That one's for my husband. I can't wear that one. Also, what's the other one that I got that everyone talked? Grand Soir. Not what I was expecting. It was a lot more masculine than I thought. I still like it, but to me it comes off quite masculine. I need to stop buying. Yeah, like next month, I need to cut myself off. Like I need to be like, nah, honey, just relax, because I definitely did damage this month. I haven't smelled any of the KKW fragrances, the newer ones. I've only smelled Body 2 and Body 3, I believe it's called. I own Body 2 and I absolutely love it. I think it's just a beautiful, like coconutty, beachy fragrance that really reminisces Soleil Blanc from Tom Ford. But I have been hearing a lot of people talk about the newer ones. So I definitely have to check it out. I just wish KKW was more accessible here in Canada, because those duty frees are not cute. You know what I mean? When you order online, they will get you when they come door with some crazy duty free fees. I can't wait for the vanilla diorama. So excited. Oh, yes, yes. Just the other day, I was looking at some of the pictures, the notes, and I'm like, wow, that's one that I definitely want to try. It definitely seems more like a very like dessert gourmand type of fragrance. Like it's based on a dessert, you know. The inspiration behind the fragrance is a very like milky, chocolatey dessert. Sounds so good. How do you find out what fragrances are coming out for the season or the month? Thank you so much. So Fragrantica always pops up with what's coming out. So if you haven't checked out the website Fragrantica, get on there, get an account, and every time you go on there, you will see some fragrance news. There's also a couple of accounts online on Instagram that will talk about fragrance news. I also am a part of a few Facebook groups that will also, you know, let us know when something new is coming out. So honestly, just the internet, really, just the internet. And sometimes there are brands that will email me letting me know there's a new fragrance coming out. But for the most part, I just get it from the internet. Instagram and Fragrantica are like my top places. I hate Oud Satin Mood. Don't understand the hype at all. Like I said, it is not for everyone. Like for me with Oud Satin Mood, you definitely have to be in the mood. It's not an everyday fragrance for me. It's definitely not. There has to be an occasion. I can't be dressed like I'm going to the corner store. I have to be dressed up for the occasion to wear Oud Satin Mood. Like she's too extravagant to just be casual. Can't do it when it's casual. Hi, Isabel. Killian, honestly, Killian's been taking my money. It's so bad. I need to stop. I just got another one from Killian and it's so good. I can't, like, I cannot. But with Killian, I find these black bottles, I forget the collection name. Those fragrances are just not for me. Like, I've tried 3 so far and all 3 were like, absolutely not. Black Phantom, heck no. What was the other one called? Was it Intoxicating? Oh man, I forget. I totally forget, but no, they were too much for me. They were a little too complex for me. Have I ever done Botox to your hair? Botox? I didn't even know you could do Botox to your hair. What exactly does that do? I already booked an appointment for next week, and I want to know if for hair growth. 11:28 in South Africa. Oh my gosh, it's so late. Thank you so much for joining. My list is growing longer and longer. I know my list is long too. Trust me, my list is very long. But you just got to go down them carefully. You know what I mean? You don't have to feel the pressure to buy everything that I mentioned. Make your little list, sample if you can, because it's definitely a lot more cheaper. And then, you know, splurge when you can. So I have Alien, and the hype around Alien Essence Absolute makes me want to get it. Do you think it's worth having both? Absolutely. They're not super similar. Alien Essence Absolute to me is just a little bit more elevated. It's definitely warmer, a little more sophisticated. To be completely honest, I think I'm over the original Alien. Like I don't even remember the last time I picked up that bottle. And when I did, it didn't spark anything. So I might be over it by now. I think I'm over it. And that's totally fine. You know, fragrances, you love it one day, and then a year from now or a month from now, you're just like, you're just like, you're over it. And I think I'm done with Alien, to be honest. I know a ton of people that still absolutely love it. I want all the Kilian scents. They're sold out here in Houston retailer. Oh, yeah, Kilian has a very huge following. Huge following. I mean, yeah, there are fanatics out there for Kilian fragrances. Black Phantom scared me. Girl, it scared me too. It scared my whole family because when I sprayed it, I was in the car and my husband was like, ew, what is that? Like, he was not feeling it at all. Noir de Noir. Oh, you just said it's your favorite fragrance. Okay, John, I'm sorry, but it didn't work on me. Like I have, let me show you guys right here. I have this pretty generous sample of Tom Ford Noir Noir. And on my skin, I don't know the note breakdown. I don't know if there's oud in here or some kind of like animalic note in here. But on my skin, it literally comes off super animalic, like to the point that it's not, to the point that it's not like even tolerable for me. Yeah, I wish that it would work out, but because I love me some Tom Ford. You guys know that I love me some Tom Ford, but unfortunately that one didn't work out for me, Noir Noir, and I was excited to try it. And that's why I got this big sample, and I'm so glad that I got the sample and not the full-size bottle. But yeah, see, as soon as it starts to dry down, I get this very like, almost like a bad odor. What is the note breakdown in here? I don't even know, but yeah, it doesn't work out for me. Sexy fragrance with great projection, Lancome Oud Bouquet. Super loud projection. What else? Mancera Instant Crush. If you're looking for like beast mode, those are definitely going to be extremely beast mode. Extremely beast mode. Also, Inicio, his fragrances are amazing. Psychedelic Love, Side Effects. I mean, I love all of them. I don't own all of them. I have samples. I have 2 full-size bottles, but everything that I've tried from him, from that particular house, is gorgeous and very date night worthy. Like their scents are very sensual, very sensual. Also, Tom Ford Noir Pour Femme. Can't beat that. Noir. Sorry. Do you know any Gentle Fluidity Gold dupes? No, I don't. No, I don't. I can't say that I do. But if I find out, I'll definitely let you guys know. Roni, my Lost Cherry arrived today. And do you love it? Do you love it? Because I am obsessed. Mine is supposed to arrive by Friday, and I am dying. I'm dying right now. Da, 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 da. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So the fragrance, I'm going to show you guys the fragrance that I got. We're what, 20 minutes in? The fragrance that I got from Kilian. I will be doing obviously a video on my YouTube channel, but I thought since you guys are here, whoo, it's hot in my room. It's so hot. And I closed the windows because of all the noise. But the fragrance that I went ahead and got is Rolling in Love by Kilian. This is actually their iconic set that comes with a lipstick, and the lipstick is gorgeous. The lipstick is like definitely my style of red lipstick. Like if you see me, I'm either in nude or red. You know, it's very rare that I'll put another color on my lips. It's either that or a variation of red. So The bottle is to die for. Like, Kilian bottles just get me. And this red bottle is stunning. Where's the white one? I wanted to compare it with the white one, but I don't even know where I put that white one. Did I put it somewhere here? I don't know where it went. Oh, right here. 1 second, guys. So here are the white Kilian bottles. I love it. Has a lot of weight to it too, which is great. I mean, you know, if you're paying top dollars, like it better be good. And I love that it's not a sticker, it's an actual plaque. The cap has a lot of weight to it too. Yeah, quite a bit of weight to it. And then the red bottle of Rolling in Love is so beautiful. So beautiful. Let me show you guys the lipstick though. This is the lipstick. Oh man, the attention to detail kills me. Like, look at that texture right there. So pretty. You have the logo here. And I'm not gonna try it. Oh my God. The logo is also embossed on the actual lipstick, and it's this very deep red. For fall, yes. Yes. So, do you guys have Rolling in Love? What do you think of it? This is a very like creamy, almondy, floral fragrance. I've already sampled it, so I knew I was going to love it before getting a full-size bottle. Oh my God. It is so good. Very almondy. Like, the almond note is so prominent, and I love that. I love that so much. It's sweet, a very warm almondy tone, creamy, has this very like almost like a caramelly undertone, like a very thick caramel undertone. I don't like, yeah, it's definitely sweet. Is it overly sweet? I wouldn't say it's overly sweet because I can see myself wearing this in the summer, but maybe like in the evening. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. To be totally honest, it kind of reminds me of that Rio fragrance. I have it right here. Hold on. So this one over here is called Cheirosa 62. Why is it reminding me of this scent? Okay, the Kilian one is definitely deeper. Like, it's a lot warmer and a lot deeper. And this one might be a little, just a tad bit fresher. And let me see. Wow, they're very similar. That's kind of weird. Wow. Yeah, this one has a fresher opening, like a bit of a citrus tone opening, while the Kilian just came off very creamy, floral, nutty, definitely with the slightly bitter tone also. Okay, the dry down on the Kilian, I'm definitely picking out more of like this white floral tone. And the almond note is still there, but it's subsided quite a bit. It's not as prominent as it was in the opening and the mid. And I think it's completely dried down. Well, it could take longer, obviously. You still get the almond, but it's subsided. This one has more of a honey-esque, nutty kind of vibe. Very similar though, quite similar. I'm kind of surprised, but this one definitely, the white florals are pulling through a lot more. But oh my God, if you love almond fragrances, it's very elegant, a little sensual also because of that nuttiness and the sweetness. It gives it like this very sensual vibe. Oh, you can't go wrong. Rolling in Love, you can't go wrong. Like, it's so good. So good. I can't wait to wear it outside of the house and really give you guys a full-on review. But I mean, she's good. She's good. I must have missed a lot of comments. Let me see. Have I tried Juliana's perfumes? Yes, I have. I did work on one video with them before when they first launched, actually. Alexandria Fragrances has Gentle Fluidity Gold dupe. There we go. Called Retro Flare Gold. Would you recommend it for someone who loves florals, floral, and sugar? Yeah, it's sweet, but you have to like a little bit of that nutty tone. But definitely if you love warm white florals and like a sweet fragrance, it's actually not overly sweet. Now that it's drying down, more of the white florals are coming to the surface. And it has almost like a clean-esque vibe, but still on the sweet side. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense. Thank you, John. Oh my God, first Italica, now Rolling in Love. I know Italica is definitely a nice one too for the almond. Like, oh, I'm really into almond notes right now. And I just follow them. Rolling in Love sounds beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, it is beautiful. I think this one is over Woman in Gold. I think it is. I think I like this one better than Woman in Gold for sure. Just because of the nutty aspect, the warmth of it. I'm very into warm fragrances. And I feel like this is definitely kind of like an all year round type of scent. Like, it's warm, but can still be pulled off in the summer, because in the dry down, those white floral notes give it a little bit of freshness, like a little bit of this like blush moment. Very feminine. Very feminine. I'm waiting on my packages from Macy's, Nordstrom, and Huda. Oh, wow, girl. Kayali Elixir, Utopia. Okay, Alien, Vanilla, Utopia. Yeah, you're going to like Utopia. Just the lasting power is, you know? I have to catch up with your video content. Definitely do. They're there. Hello, CC Fragrances. Well, I've been home all day, and I was originally in the morning playing with Love Don't Be Shy Extreme, which I don't know where I put the bottle, somewhere around here in my room, and just recently sprayed Rolling in Love. Oh, and I haven't mentioned it yet, but yes, Love Don't Be Shy Extreme is part of the collection. I will have a haul for you guys that will be included in there. I love the way you pronounce your words. Thank you. That's nice to hear, because a lot of people don't. I always get some weird comments about how I pronounce things, but there's nothing I can do about it. That's just how I talk, you know? Have you ever tried perfume who has banana notes? I don't think I have. I actually don't think I have. Have you tried Valentino Donna Born in Roma? Yes, I have. I have it downstairs. I'm actually in the process of reorganizing my perfume collection. I just bought a shelf. Maybe I'll film that, because right now my perfumes are all in the basement on just like a floating shelf. But I bought like an actual, kind of looks like a bookshelf, and I just need to change the hardware and then organize my fragrances there. And it has a nice, like a nice glass door, so you can actually see the fragrances. So maybe I'll film that for you guys. That shelf that I got was actually inspired by another YouTuber, Paulina Shaw. I saw her organizing her fragrances, and I was like, wow, that looks good. It was a shelf from IKEA. So yeah, I'm excited to do that. I bought Bottega Veneta, such a rich bee vibe. I want that one too. It's on my list. I don't know why I'm still waiting. I think I'm just waiting not to pay full size retail price and just get it like discounted. Yeah. If I can get it discounted, I will. I'm just like you guys. If I can get a deal, definitely that's the route that I will go. I need a signature scent video with unique smells. Okay, girl. Okay. It's coming. It's coming. Mariana, my perfume of the day was Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. I've been wearing that for 3 days now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 3 days now. So it should tell you a little something, something. It should tell you a little something, something. And then, yeah, the other fragrance that I wanted to talk about, I don't know what happened to the fragrances I put over here. Oh, here we go. This is another one that I got this week, which is Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. You know, you gotta have a Tom Ford if you're gonna buy any fragrance. So Bitter Peach definitely has a ton of mixed reviews from what I've seen on YouTube. It's either you love it or you hate it type of deal. So I've had my Bitter Peach for a week now, going on a week, I think, going on a week. And I've played around with it, still playing around with it. I need to really focus on one fragrance at a time because sometimes it can be very distracting. The bottle is beautiful, absolutely stunning. Like, hi, Amber. Thank you for popping by. Thank you. Thank you. So the bottle is absolutely stunning. Like, as soon as I saw it on the ads and other people reviewing it, I was like, I honestly just want it for this bottle. Oh, I can smell it already. Bitter Peach. It's a very peachy fragrance. Definitely not a overly sweet, ripe, juicy peach. I want to say it's more of a peach that is still not completely ripened. So it has that like bitter tone to it. You know, when you eat a fruit that's not completely ripe yet, so you get like a bit of that bitterness in your mouth. That's kind of like Bitter Peach to me, especially in the opening. It has this slight like boozy nature to it also. It's definitely a fruity fragrance to me, but the peach note is the most prominent. You are going to pick that up. Again, a more of a bitter, unripened peach rather than a sweet, juicy, ripe peach. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So far, I like it. The other day I was wearing it and I noticed in the dry down, as it dried down, it got a little sweeter and a little bit more boozy. Like the sweetness came from like almost like a boozy element, almost like when you ferment fruits. You know what I mean? Like when people make kombucha and stuff, that kind of tone. But it had like this sweetness to it also. Very hard to describe sometimes with these fragrances, but it's definitely a unique one for me. I don't have any scent that smells like this. I'm going to play around with it a little bit more before I do my final review, but I do like it. I am comfortable wearing it. I definitely feel like this scent can still work out very well in the winter because of the dry down. I feel like the dry down will still work really well on colder weathers, but it's still great for summertime. And it's just very different. So that's kind of like my take on Bitter Peach from Alien, from Tom Ford, Bitter Peach. So let me know if you guys have tried out Bitter Peach and what are your thoughts. I know not everyone loves it. The lasting power, not amazing, not amazing. I will tell you that. You just gotta overspray. You really do. You gotta overspray. You gotta do what you gotta do to make those fragrances last longer. What was your go-to when you first started wearing fragrances, perfumes? I would say Chloe. I wore a lot of Chloe. Angel, definitely. Black opium for sure. Those kind of scents were like my go-to fragrances for sure when I first just started playing with scents. But yeah, Chloe for sure. And Black Opium was one of my first like designer fragrances, you know, not like celebrity or like those $20 fragrances. Thoughts on a line? It's not that I wasn't a fan. It was just that how could I put this? It was just not what I was expecting. It was definitely a lot different than what I perceived it to be when I watched different review videos. I thought it was going to be a very warm vanilla, you know, like a deep vanilla with like some kind of brown sugar element. But instead, that fragrance is very much aromatic. Like there's this very like aromatic, incensey green background, which kind of throws you off. And the mix with the vanillas and the sweetness, it's like it's different. It's very different. Definitely have to play around with it some more. I still have my bottle. Is it a favorite? No, it's not a favorite. Am I going to play around with it some more? Yeah, I am. I appreciate the uniqueness, but not. Do I think it's worth the price point? I guess I would say it's worth the price because of the uniqueness of the scent and the presentation and the performance. Okay, I would say it's worth it. But it's just not what I was expecting. Thanks for popping by, Mariana. It's unique in a good or a bad way. It depends what you enjoy. You know what I mean? For me, it wasn't necessarily unique in a bad way. It was just unusual almost. I don't know if everyone would love it. Like I definitely wouldn't classify that scent as a safe blind buy. Like absolutely not. Definitely get you a sample. And I feel like if you're not a seasoned nose, meaning like you haven't played around with a ton of very complex fragrances, that one might throw you off and you probably won't like it. That's what I'm kind of trying to say. You have to kind of be prepared for very complex fragrances that develop differently. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of complexity. There's different mixes going on. Yeah. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. That's basically my thought process on it right now. Woman in Gold is long lasting on me. Yeah, Woman in Gold is amazing on me. I love it so much. I'm really hoping that Rolling in Love is long lasting. I only sampled it a few times, but never really like paid attention, like wearing it all day long. But I'm not scared to overspray. So if I got to overspray to make my fragrances last, I will do that. I do it a lot with my designer fragrances. So we make it work, you know, if you pay that money. I will overspray anything under $125. Yeah, girl. It's quite hard to find, well, at least on my skin, it's hard to find designer fragrances that last a long time without overspraying. There are a few, but it's a few. The Peru balsam threw me off. Yeah, I think that is the note that threw me off. Like there's something in that fragrance that just like I don't know if it just didn't mesh well together. It would definitely be like, oh, like it almost has like a medicinal Vic type of vibe. Like there's this like, cooling freshness in the background, which is kind of weird because it's a very warm, kind of spicy vanilla based fragrance. But then you have this like medicinal vibe. Super different. You're welcome, hun. What do you think of Le Labo? I actually just got, like, when I made my order of a few fragrances from Saks, I got quite a few samples of Le Labo, so I might do like a video just trying them out. The two that I've tried out so far from Le Labo, not my fave in terms of fragrances, but as candles, they're pretty amazing. But as fragrances, it just didn't work out for me. Like the very, very popular Santal 33, I think that's what it's called. I got a full-size bottle and that went back because it literally smelled like pickles. Like it just smelled weird on my skin. Like it just did not work out for my skin at all. And I was so excited because it was so popular. I thought it would be perfect for the summer. And I love the bottle. I love the simplicity of the bottle. But yeah, the scent did not work out for me. It actually smelled pretty terrible on me. Where's my phone? It keeps going off. But I haven't tried out all the scents, like a ton of them, so I don't know. Maybe I need to play around with that house a little more. I find that fragrances are ridiculously expensive for especially the packaging. I mean, well, the scents that I've tried didn't impress me, so I'm left wondering, like, is it worth that price tag? You know what I mean? Like, it's very expensive, and I'm trying to figure out why, because it's not like, Serge off where you have this extravagant lavish packaging and like the box is leather and you're like, oh, okay. So I don't get it. You're welcome. Hello from Brazil. Hola. Love Rose 31. Okay. I think the samples that I got, let me grab them real quick. 1 second. So I got here, I'll tell you what samples I got from that house. I have 3 here. So I got the Noir 29, and then Santal 33, and Rose 31. Yeah, that's the one you mentioned. Oh, so I haven't even opened any of them. Now that you said Rose 29, now I'm curious. So I'm just gonna try it right now and see what it's about. They're always playing us with the packaging. Yeah, the profit margin is extremely high. Like, come on now. Like, oh, that is hard to open. So I'm gonna actually dab that right here. Let that dry down a bit. Close this back up. So that is what? That is Rose 31. Does it say anything about the notes? No, it doesn't say anything about the notes. Ooh, that is such an elegant, feminine fragrance. It's a little spicy. Yeah, it's a little spicy. Is this like Bulgarian rose, or it's not just rose? It's definitely like a Turkish rose or Bulgarian rose. Maybe I'm wrong. It reminds me of Velvet Oud and Rose from Jo Malone. But this has a lot more spiciness. It's definitely rosy, but it's a nice kind of like spicy, almost slightly dry rose. Ooh! Okay, I can get down with that. I can get down with that. Rose 31. Wow. Oh, that's... Girl, you just added more to my list. That's good. That is good. Wow. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Joe Malone and something else. I can't figure out what it is. Wow. Okay. Now I have to go look up the notes because that is very, very nice. Okay. Rose 31. I'm checking on Fragrantica actually. So it's a woody rose, fresh, spicy, aromatic, monkey, amber, earthy, powdery oud. I knew I was picking up oud. I knew it. Yeah, so there's rose cumin, spiciness, rose, vetiver, cedar, musk, goyak wood, oud, alabin. What is that? I don't even know. Labdanum. Oh yeah, this is definitely a rose oud combo. Yeah, it's pretty. It's very pretty. It's like rose oud combo done in a right way, where it's not like obnoxious. Okay, girl. Oh, that's good. Are you using your steam pod regularly? I don't use it every day for sure. Like, no, I don't put heat on my hair every day. Basically, when I use my steam pod, I use it. Ah, when do I use it? How can I put this? I don't normally straighten my hair too much, but when I do, I would do it maybe twice a month. And if I want my hair to stay straight for the entire month, I wash my hair like on Sundays. So I would reuse it on the Sunday. And then for the rest of the week, I just put my hair up and I'm good to go for the week. Like I don't need to reapply heat on hair. You know what I mean? I agree with you, Andrea. There's no better feeling. Least 41. It's a fairy princess white floral in a bottle. So romantic. Okay. Centel 33 is not for me. Yeah, not for me. I tried it. Like I really tried it for a good couple of days. And every time I would spray it, I'm like, what? Didn't work on my skin. Did not work on my skin. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. I know in Europe it's super late. I know it is. I need to come on my lives a little bit earlier, but I know in Europe it's super late. My mom lives in England, so I get it. I get it. Have you tried the 3 new ones from MFK? Would love to hear your thoughts. No, I've never tried them. I definitely want to get my nose on them, but I didn't try it just yet. And to be completely honest, when I look at the note breakdown, I think 2 of them probably won't interest me that much because I'm not really into a lot of the aquatic fragrances, right? But there's the yellow bottle, which is more like a sun vibe. That one will probably interest me, but the other ones, that's why I'm not like in a rush to try them out because I know that it won't be like a love because I know my taste now. Like I've kind of seen what I like and tried out a lot of things. So just based on notes, I can kind of sometimes pinpoint if I'm gonna really like something or it would just be like a meh for me. And that collection just seems a little whatever, you know what I mean? Even though I love some MFK. I love me some MFK. That's why I had to get, you know, the extrait of Baccarat Rouge 540. Like I've been wanting to get this one for a really, really long time. I told myself I don't need it. I already have the parfum. Why do you need the extrait? They're so similar. But yeah, I didn't listen. So I did go ahead and get it and oh, God. Like those that say this is not everything, I don't I just I have no words. I have no words. It's very sweet, salty. It's just shmoney. in a bottle. It's so good. It's so, so good. Oh, so good. I love this one. I can wear this every day and I would be pretty okay with that. I would be pretty okay with that. 50 minutes. Oh my God, I said half an hour and we've been on here almost an hour. That is insane. Yeah, I mean MFK, like his nose is so good. Even the fragrances that he creates for other brands, they're so good. Like the man just knows how to do fragrances. Like he's popular for a reason. Like everyone knows his name for a reason. For sure. Oh, let me move this out the way. Can't even see the comments. There we go. MFK is a master. He really is. Like so many of his fragrances are just like to die for. Like they're very they're crowd pleasing, but there's always like a little special touch. You know what I mean? Like they're unique, but not to the point that it throws people off or you don't, like he just he does it. He does it good. He does it good. Can't lie. Is MFK my favorite nose? Yeah, definitely. Definitely he's my favorite. I do have other ones, but they're like, see, MFK, his name is just like engraved. So like, but the other ones that I love, I have to like go look up their name again because I'll remember it like as soon as I see the name. But MFK, Francis, like his name is just there, because a lot of his fragrances are just that good and they're like the kind of fragrances that I like. So but there are a ton of amazing perfumers out there for sure. A ton. What did I miss? We're just chatting away, talking about perfumes. I'm also open up the chat room for any like content creators, anyone that's making videos on YouTube or on Instagram. If you guys have any questions, fire them out because I get a ton of questions all the time, especially when I ask you guys to ask me any questions on Instagram. I always get a ton of questions on how to, get brand deals, how to work with companies, how to make money on YouTube and on Instagram. So if you have any questions to do that, feel free to ask me because I don't mind sharing what I've learned along the years that I've been on YouTube. How did you learn to edit? It was honestly all on, like, I learned to edit via YouTube videos. That is how I learned to edit. Like, I would just go on YouTube and be like, how to do this on this software, and it would pop up a video because that's the beauty of YouTube. There is a video for everything. And I just slowly, tried to develop something new with each video, tried to upgrade my software to the point that now I'm like a lot more comfortable, but there's still a lot of things that I will go on YouTube and ask how to do, text overlay and all that stuff, to really try and elevate the quality of my content and make sure that I'm putting out like my best, because if people invest time in watching my content, I want it to be enjoyable in all levels, not just my personality, but also the sound and the quality of the camera. So you guys are seeing things clearly in high definition, all of that stuff. And I find also with 2021, more and more people are definitely into high quality content. So, back when I started, it didn't really matter. You could, do your video on the camera of your laptop and you were good to go. But things have definitely shifted, and people definitely look at like the quality, especially when working with brands. Quality is everything, unless you have millions of subscribers. But for me, who has like 50K, a little over 50K, quality is definitely important. When I first started YouTube, I wasn't even doing fragrance content. I was doing beauty, more makeup related content, because I was a freelance makeup artist. I still am. I just haven't done makeup on someone in a really long time because I'm so busy. But when I first started out, I was doing freelance as a bridal makeup artist. And so I went into YouTube mainly just doing product reviews, makeup tutorials, and stuff like that. And then it wasn't until later on I started kind of talking about fragrances here and there. And I noticed that a lot of people really resonated with that style of content, which is great because I always loved collecting fragrances and enjoyed, everything about perfume. So I started introducing that more and more on my channel. And I saw the impact that it had in terms of like the engagement and the views. And because it's something that I naturally like already, it just flowed. You know what I mean? It wasn't forced. So when I first started introducing fragrances to my channel, I think I had maybe like 10, which is still quite a lot for one person. But I think I had like 10 when I first started introducing it. YouTube has a video for everything. Everything. I think your channel grew because you are positive and very much yourself. Brands must appreciate the fact that you always remain respectful even when you don't like the fragrance. Thank you so much. Honestly, with every video that I do, even like if it's not paid and I'm reviewing something, I always take into consideration that, you know what, someone invested a whole lot of money to make this product. Who am I to shit on it? You know what I mean? Who am I to completely destroy that? You know what I mean? Like I put myself in that person's shoes and I would hate to go and look at the feedback and it's just so negative. So I always take that into consideration. And also, everyone is different. What doesn't work for me might work for someone else. So I have to approach any review that I do with pros and cons. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to deter everyone away from the product because, hey, you might actually love it. So that's how I kind of try to do my videos and any reviews that I do. And I think on YouTube, especially, people see through those that are acting. Like you can see through someone that is not being themselves because it just shows. So you have to learn to just be yourself and not compare your content, your ways of talking, your ways of editing with anyone else, and just do what works for you, what flows for you. And people will see that. And those that enjoy you as a person and your content will stick around. Those that don't will drop off, and that's fine. You don't want haters watching you, so it's completely fine if they leave. But I think it's always important to try to stay true to who you are, no matter how much your channel is growing. Obviously, people grow and things change, and you change, you mature, all of that stuff. You know what I mean? But just keeping your priorities and your core priorities always the same. You know what I mean? Why did you start your channel? don't promote anything that you don't love. You're just promoting it for the money, all that kind of stuff that comes with working with brands. And I think even when I first started working with brands, I made many, many choices that I wouldn't make now. I worked with brands that when I think back, I'm like, why would I work with that brand? Like they don't even align with my content. You know what I mean? And it's just because you get excited to be approached by a brand and wanting to work with you, especially when it's like a high-end brand. It's like, oh my God, you get excited, and that's totally normal. But you learn from that and you do better next time. So the last, I want to say 3-4 years, I've been really kind of like strict with partnerships because I want to make sure that it's genuine and I'm not just promoting just for promoting. Like when I work with a brand, I want to try out the product beforehand. Like I want to experience it, whether it's clothing, perfume, makeup. I want to be able to know that, okay, this is something that I would buy and then I can promote it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? What perfume good for daytime for summer? Definitely. This necklace I wear 90% of the time in my videos. This is from Jenny Bird, and I can't remember the name of the necklace, but if you go on Instagram, they definitely, let me see. Let me see if I find it. So they always post this one because it's one of their popular necklaces, and I wear it all the time just because it just goes with every single outfit. It's from Jenny Bird, and I'm trying to see if they recently posted it so I can tell you the actual name. Is it this one? This one's different. This is called the Tony Chain Necklace. That one's a little bit different. It's a little bit more chunky. If you go on Jenny Bird, you'll definitely find it. Oh, here it is. So this one is called the Stevie bracelet, I believe. I mean, not bracelet, necklace. The Stevie chain necklace. It's this one here. So that one is from Jenny Bird, and they have really good quality. Like I've had mine for a while and it's not tainted or anything. It's still really good and solid. There's a woman who had some interesting content and then started calling herself an influencer. Next thing you know, a jewelry collection title meant her new sponsor. It really bothered me. It really bothered me. There was a woman who had a jewelry collection title meant her new sponsor. I'm not really sure what you mean. So she was having good content. She got sponsored by a jewelry brand. Well, I think the thing is, a lot of people that don't do YouTube's, a few people that don't do YouTube get a little sensitive when it comes to sponsored content. And I get it when it's like overly done. When your content is constantly sponsored, it becomes almost like a commercial channel, right? I get that. But once in a while, having sponsored content is normal. And I think for those who don't do YouTube, you kind of have to come from the thought process of like, to do YouTube is very time consuming, especially for someone who has a 9 to 5 and they're doing YouTube on the side. Being able to be compensated a little bit is great because it's time consuming to film the video, come up with the concept, edit that video, post a video, write in the description box, all of that stuff, right? And so I think a lot of the times people don't understand how many hours it takes to actually do a YouTube video. So sponsorship is okay in the sense that as long as they are sponsoring something that When I started YouTube, I didn't even know you could make money on YouTube. Your connection is unstable. Oh, Lord. Try to reconnect, please. Wait while we try to reconnect. Okay. Let me know if my connection comes back. Hey, babe. What wine are you drinking? This is called, I don't know if you guys can hear me because it says my connection is bad. Let me know. But I'm drinking, it's called Yellowtail. It's a sparkling white wine. Normally we use it for mimosas, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know if my connection is good. I don't know. I don't know. I can hear you. Okay, we can hear. Okay, okay, good. Good, good, good. Hi. My internet is so messed up sometimes. Yeah, someone was talking about sponsored content. Yeah, honestly, you like I said, when it comes to sponsored content, as long as you're doing it with someone that you a brand and products that you completely enjoy, then that's okay. And if you are the viewer and you feel like that person is being not being honest and genuine about that sponsorship, then you have the right to unsubscribe. That's your power, unsubscribe. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that you can really do when it comes to watching people that you feel are not being genuine. You know what I mean? Ooh, rosé, rosé. I need to go get me some rosé. Mine's done. Mine is completely done. It is hot in here. Yeah, so let me know if you guys have any more questions about content creating, working with brands, and all of that stuff, because I don't mind being open and I want you guys as my audience to know how things work. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it can be a little confusing. Or Moscato. You guys are fancy. You guys are fancy. Oh, let me turn this off so I can actually see the comments. There we go. That's better. That is better. Yeah, so I am really excited. You guys, a couple of you guys just entered the building. Would love to see a video about how you started working with brands on a regular. Definitely, definitely. And that is a question that I get all the time. That's why I gave you guys like the chat room to ask questions, because I don't mind sharing that at all. I know a ton of creators that have been hustling on YouTube, like putting out consistent content. And I feel like a lot of brands, especially in the fragrance community, I'll be honest, because I've worked with beauty brands. I still work with beauty brands, but when I first started my channel, it was more beauty related. And I find with the fragrance community, people like you ladies that do fragrance content and you're getting views and amazing engagement, y'all don't know how incredible the value of your content is, because I feel like a ton of fragrance brands take advantage of the fact that they can give you one perfume and they're gaining so much traffic to their website without compensating you. And I say that because I've learned to say no. Because you have to understand, you guys do fragrance content, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And I feel like if you're going to, work with a brand. It's okay to take products, but at the same time, there has to be that mutual agreement where it's beneficial for both parties. You know what I mean? And that's so it's okay to say that. It's okay to say that because you have to have value for your own content. Like, why not? It's like anyone else that goes to their 9 to 5, they work and they get paid. So when you're here hustling, making your content, you should also be able to get paid. And it's honestly all about vocalizing that to brands and making them aware that you know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? You know the industry very well. You know the budgets that brands have and that they're willing to pay. But if they suspect that you don't really know that side of the business, oh, they'll take advantage. They have no problem doing that. Absolutely no problem. And the way I started working with brands was honestly just vocalizing stuff like that. Like when a brand approaches me and says, "Hey, we'd love to work with you. We want to do a sponsored video, or we want you to do an unboxing. We want you to open up a product, try it out, promote it on your channel." Amazing. Love that. Let me try out the product. Let me see if it's good enough. And also let me know what your budget is for this campaign, for this collaboration, because you gotta share that information. And once you start talking that kind of language, brands will start to pick up and understand that, this is something that you know what you're talking about. And they'll kind of start to respect that too, right? Do you reach out to brands or does your manager? Before I was being managed, I would reach out to brands or they would reach out to me. And the way that you get brands to reach out to you is simply just by tagging, getting their attention. You know what I mean? Many times I've reached out to brands myself, and it really is a very simple email. Very simple. Like brands, they don't like the PR managers or the media team, those that are running it and getting these emails, they get hundreds of emails every day. So they don't have time to read a long ass email about your entire life and how you started YouTube, how you started Instagram, all that stuff. So whenever you reach out to brands, you have to be very to the point. Hello, my name is Karina. I create content on here and here. I have this many followers. I would love to see if there's an opportunity that we can work together and create some amazing content. I do content that is based on this niche and this niche, and I think that your products align with my content. Boom, that's it. That's that. If you have a specific idea in mind, you can throw that in, but you want to keep it simple. You want to keep it to the point and just go ahead and, throw that email, and always link your social media account so they don't have to go looking for you, because they will not do that. So always link everything there so it's easily accessible for them. And that's what I would do. And I only got signed to an agency, like having a manager, last year in July. So that's when I actually decided to get a management team, just because it got to a point where it was a lot for me to be able to manage emails and creating content and Zoom calls, and because there's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff. So having a manager was really helpful. She can look over the contracts. She can do the whole back and forth with the brands, because there's a lot of back and forth. And I can just focus on creating content, showing up to Zoom calls if I have to. And at that time, because my husband and I were just purchasing our home, I was still working in retail. So I was doing YouTube and Instagram full time and still working full time in retail because we were saving for our down payment. And it was getting a little too hectic. That's why I went with an agency. But previously to that, I would reach out to brands. Now, I would say for the most part, they reach out to me, which I'm very grateful for, or they reach out directly to my manager. Did you have any mentors? No, I didn't have any mentors. Honestly, all the knowledge that I got, everything that I learned was really just YouTube and Google. YouTube and Google has everything you need to know. Like this, our phones literally is a dictionary. It's everything. Anything you need to know, you Google it and you will find it. You might take you a little time. You have to do a lot of research, watch a couple of videos, read some blog people, watching other people. Okay, what did they do? What are they sharing? And then from personal experience, every campaign, every deal that you do, every brand that you approaches you, you will learn something new, and you will grow from that. Maybe, last year, oh man, I worked with that brand. I didn't like the way that they worded the contract. Maybe I should have taken that off of the contract. Stuff like that you learn as you go along, but a lot of information is online for sure. There's a ton of people that are willing to share that style of information. You just kind of have to go looking for it and filter all the rubbish, I've always been nervous to email brands about collaborations. Don't be, especially now in 2021. There are channels popping up every single day, which is fine. There's room for everyone. I say that all the time. Even when I see people that are very competitive in this industry, there is room for everyone. Like millions and millions and millions of people watch YouTube. So there's subscribers for everyone, there's views for everyone. So there shouldn't be this like competitive nature, but hey, we're humans. But there's so many accounts and channels popping up every day that, brands don't have time to find everyone. So in this day and age, you got to go looking for them. You have to be bold, especially if you want to turn this into maybe a career or a business or whatnot, a side income, which is totally fine. I think people get a little scared to say that they want to make money online. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's a job. It's a legit job. So you have to be bold enough to put yourself out there, contact these brands, promote your content, and just be kind of shameless with it because you're not doing anything wrong. You really aren't. Start searching out and you have no idea what to say. Anytime. I don't mind sharing this information because when I started, it was hard to find this kind of information. And like I said, I just feel like there's room for everyone. You know what I mean? Like there really is. And like I totally get what you're saying, Amy, because you don't know what to say. You don't know how to approach brands. You don't even know how to like. I remember when I first started receiving PR, it almost felt like you had this obligation to create content with every piece of PR that you got in the mail. It's like, okay, I got to film a video. I got to take a picture because they sent me this product. When you really do your research about the industry, brands have a budget for PR and they have a budget for collaboration. So all that makeup or fragrance or clothing, whatever it is that they're sending to you, it's already allocated. It's you're not obligated to create content for free. You're not obligated to promote for free unless it's like an organic video that I do all the time, that we do all the time. That's totally fine, but don't feel the obligation to do that when you get PR. And I'm very honest. I've gotten to a point where I'm super comfortable letting brands know you are welcome to send me PR. I'm always very grateful for any brand that reaches out and wants to send me their product to play around with and test out. But I tell them straight up, I cannot promise you dedicated content. It will show up if I love it. If I genuinely love the product, the item, it will show up on my content for sure because I talk about products that I love anyways. But just know that there's no obligation there. You know what I mean? There's no contract there. When do you advise content creators to get a manager or a managing agency? I would say only get a manager when you feel like it's becoming too much, because having a manager or a managing agency is not free. Okay, they do make a portion of everything that you make, and normally that's about 20%, which is a lot, especially when you're just starting out as a small creator. It's a lot of money, so keep that in mind. And I would just say, when you are going with a manager or an agency, make sure it's going to be beneficial for you. Make sure they are a great agency that is connected with different brands. They have that established relationship, and they're able to bring you as many campaigns as you're bringing them, because it can come from, because you can get work from your agency, but you can also get work from yourself. So it has to show that, like, it's worth the 20%. You know what I mean? So I was doing YouTube for like what, 6 years, 7 years. I don't remember when I started my channel, a really long time ago, but I didn't get management until last year, of July, 2020 of July. That's when I got management, that because it was becoming a little bit too much for me. And I'm very grateful for my management team. They do an amazing job, but just get it when you're like, when it's becoming too much. It's definitely a fast way to spend coin. Yeah. I thought I loved perfume until I started watching YouTube crackheads. Y'all got me out here shopping on my. That's so true. Oh, too many fragrance videos will have you spending some serious coins. You gotta learn to contain yourself. 100%. 100%. 100%. And the other day, when was it? Today? Yesterday? Someone DM'd me asking, since we're in the topic of, like, YouTubers and working with brands, someone asked me, when should I start even charging brands or thinking of charging brands? And I think people think that you have to have thousands and thousands and thousands of followers or subscribers to actually ask for compensation in terms of money. But when it comes to getting paid, like paid brand deals, there's a lot of factors that come into play. Your views, your engagement. So it's not even all about how many subscribers you have. I see so many incredibly amazing perfume reviewers, ladies, okay, the ladies that are here in this chat room, and you guys have some stunning views and engagement. Like, it's so high, it's kind of crazy to me. Yes, you can charge because you're reaching your audience, you know what I mean? So that, like, when it comes to promotion, it's all about that, like, engagement. You're really engaged with your audience, you're reaching your audience. So don't be afraid to say, hey, I charge, even if it's like 200, 500. That's what I charge. Negotiate, because brands will negotiate. They will negotiate 100%. I totally misunderestimated the fees we should charge. I thought $100 was too much for a channel like mine. I ended up checking on Social Blue Book thanks to Charlotte Ross and was stunned. How much do you have, Amy? Negotiating has definitely been my best friend. Yeah, $100 for YouTube is very, like, nothing. When it comes to a brand, it's nothing. I say, if you have, even if you have over 1,000, like, I think on YouTube, just because of the time, how time consuming it is to create a YouTube video, Minimum you should be charging for a YouTube video, minimum, like that's actually low, 500 to $1,000 for sure. I'm at 6K subbies and average 3 to 4K views. Wow, that's really good. That is really good. Yeah, 100, absolutely not. Absolutely not. $100 is someone on Instagram that has under 10,000 followers. They are charging for a picture. And some people are charging more. Just so you guys are aware of these numbers. Like, yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And even Social Blue Book, it's not, you know, completely on the money when it comes to their estimates. So factor in like the time that you're putting into that, factor in whatever props and equipment that you put into that in terms of your investment, factor in the promotion of the content and, you know, how many links people are clicking on, you know what I mean? Like, keep track of how your audience engages with your content in terms of like the links, also how much they're buying from your videos. That's important. And that's all like business, you know, that's the business side of YouTube, you know. I think people are scared to talk about it, but it's just like any other job. That's what I tell everyone. It's just like any other job. It's still a job. Like, it's a job that you absolutely love and you have fun with, but at the end of the day, it's work, honey. It's work. I had a rate card that I've created, and if companies aren't able to work with me, then I tell them that I'll pass until we agree on a price. Yeah, that's really good. That is really good. A rate card is really important. Also, a card that has all your analytics is really good, just to show them, like, you know, how many impressions, how many views you get per month, engagement rate, top countries that you're reaching, you know, the demographic side of things. That's really good, just to give them like a little blurb of how your channel is doing. So you want to kind of update that on like a monthly basis, basically, or every 2 months or so. And that way they'll understand why you're charging what you're charging to, right? Because they'll see all of the analytics, all of your impressions, and they'll better understand why there's a price tag, which they already know, but you know, they play stupid sometimes. So have that, and then your rate card. And when it comes to rate cards, don't, like I said, don't be afraid to negotiate. If a brand comes with, oh, do you want to do this video for me, and they don't mention any budget, you hit them with, yeah, I would love to. You know what I mean? I love working with new brands. I love experiencing new brands. Could you please share your budget? I always say, don't share your rates before they share their budget, because you know, you never know, their budget might be high. So I always say, ask for a budget before you share your rates, and then go off of that. If their budget is lower, you want to negotiate and be like, can you do this? If their budget is like very stuck, because there are some brands that are very genuine and they don't have a high budget, especially very small brands. And in the fragrance community, there are a lot of brands, niche brands, that are very small. You know, they don't have the large budgets like Giorgio Armani and YSL. So if you're still willing to work with the brand, you can say, you know what, instead of a dedicated video, I can make a mention, or just kind of change up the content that they're asking for so that it fits within their budget. Does that make sense? Um, Do you recommend emailing or DMing companies on Instagram? I try to stick to emailing, but trying to see. I think emailing is a great way, and it is a lot more professional. And also, it's a way to record everything also in your email. But I will be honest and say with a lot of fragrance brands, so because I've worked with like skincare and makeup and then fragrance, with a lot of fragrance brands, because they're so small, like especially like the niche companies, like say Montal, Raja, and stuff like that, because they're kind of like a smaller team of people, you can get away with DMing a lot of the fragrance brands. But I always ask for an email contact just to continue that conversation in my email where I can keep track of things a lot better. It's just a little bit more professional and it's easier to find the conversation, blah, blah, blah. So you can definitely DM the fragrance brands. But when it comes to skincare, makeup, that kind of stuff, email is the best way and the easiest way to find the email, like the direct contact for a brand, is honestly just by going on Google. And what you want to do is take the brand's name, say, I don't know, Maybelline, and just put Maybelline PR manager or Maybelline PR press. And somehow you will find the direct email, because a lot of the brands, they have their generic emails, which almost gets you nowhere. You want to find that direct contact that generally, takes care of like sponsorships and media stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And honestly, I love seeing other people grow. Like I've always felt that way. Like when I see someone grow, it's inspiring to me. So that's why I don't mind sharing information or being very open, because I just feel like, our world is very much you get what you give. You really do. You get what you give. And that's why I'm very open to answering anyone's questions. If you need help with anything, if you need a contact, whatever, like I get a lot of people, asking questions, and I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. As long as, you don't feel like someone's using you just to get information. But I'm fine with that. And generally, everyone that I talk to on social media, the people that I keep close contact to, are very genuine. And again, like we're in 2021, like there are so many amazing opportunities online that people don't even understand how you can really kind of transform your life and not feel like you have to be stuck at a 9 to 5 that you hate. You can do something that you actually love and earn an honest living. You know what I mean? And if I can help someone do that with just a little information, why not? Yeah, I agree, especially women. Like us women, we can be very competitive. I'm not gonna lie, we can be super competitive. And I think it's a human thing where sometimes we don't realize that we can be a little envious, but you kind of have to stop yourself. You have to stop yourself and realize that that won't take you nowhere. That won't take you nowhere. And as I get older, like I'm 36 now, I'm not, a baby anymore. I'm still young, but I've gotten to a point in life where I realize that the more good energy and vibe you put out there, the more you're going to get into your life. And yeah, that's why I just love being able to share information, and if that leads someone to a better life or bettering themselves as a person, as a woman, that's amazing. Like that's amazing. You know what I mean? And I don't like to see people down. I would never like to see anyone down. You know what I mean? And our industry, just working on social media, you can get in that headspace of being very competitive or just comparing yourself to others, it's very, very easy to go down that road. And that's why a lot of times when I do my videos where I'm chatting and doing my makeup, I talk about, you know, that whole aspect of comparing yourself or wondering what other people think about you and stuff like that. And it's just like, you got to kind of let go of that. You got to do you, focus on you. Once you focus on yourself and what you really want for yourself, nothing else feels like a threat. Does that make sense? Nothing else feels like a threat. You can do whatever you want to do and still be able to share your knowledge or help anyone out there without feeling like your place is being threatened. You know what I mean? So for the camera that I use my Canon T7i, and the camera is not super expensive. It's the lens that's a little bit more pricey, but it makes a huge difference. I think investing in your lens is the most important. That's when you're going to get like really amazing quality videos. And I have my camera here. The lens that I have is what is this? The Sigma 35 millimeter. Yeah, that's the one. That's the Sigma 35 millimeter. This is the lens that I got just last year or maybe January. I think that's when I got it. And it made a huge difference in just like the quality of the content, making my videos a little bit more sharp, and to get that like bokeh effect where the background is blurry is because of this lens here. But my camera I've had for, how long have I had this camera for? I actually upgraded. When did I upgrade this camera? So I sold my other one and I got this camera maybe 2.5 years ago. And then the lens I got just the beginning of this year. And then my mic, I had bought a really popular mic, but I didn't like it. So I got this mic here. This mic here that I just hook onto my shirt, like where you guys can't see. And this costs, I think it's under $50 on Amazon, and it's great. The only thing that I do is when I edit my videos, I edit the sound just to remove the noise. Like sometimes you hear this like kind of sound, this like fuzzy sound. So there's a lot of editing that goes on with like color correction and also the sound to make it a little bit more clear and take away that noise. But the mic is pretty good because it's called, what is this mic called? Deity. It's called Deity. There's a YouTube video on it, a review on it, and that's how I found it. I bought it recently and I like it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And under $50, all you have to do is edit that like fuzzy sound. I use Adobe Premiere Pro to edit all my videos. Yes, to comparing. Oh my God, I have to stop myself at times, but focusing on my audience and my craft has helped a lot, and it allowed me to stay true to myself. Yeah, that's honestly, and the whole comparing thing, I think it's like, it's almost like human nature. It's not something that I'm like, that I never do. There are times where I will catch myself being like, looking at someone else's channel and being like, well, how come they're getting those views or they're getting that many subs? You know what I mean? Like you catch yourself. And I really try to catch myself and stop that kind of thought process, because I don't want it to lead to other negative thoughts about me. You know what I mean? You just have to catch yourself in the moment and, you know, redirect your thoughts to something positive. Instead of thinking, why is she getting what she's getting? I'm more like, oh, let me check out what she's doing. What can I take from her content that would inspire, not mimicate, but inspire me to do something better? You know what I mean? Can you zoom with the lens or is it stationary? My lens, you can't zoom. So you can't zoom, but it's a wide lens. You guys see my videos, obviously. You definitely pick up quite a bit. And the lens is literally sitting where my computer is sitting, like just on my dresser. And then you pick up quite a lot of my room, actually. So You can't zoom in, but you don't have to put your camera super far from you to be able to capture quite a good amount of like the background and yourself. Just join the chat, but I have to say, Karina, I really enjoy your content. Thank you so much. How do you color correct your videos when editing? I edit on Adobe Premiere Pro. So Adobe Premiere Pro is the software pretty much has everything. Like, I love it. I've been using Adobe Premiere Pro for a long time. I want to say 4 years now. So I'm pretty used to it. A lot of people find it a bit complicated, but because I started on Adobe Premiere, I'm used to it. And then I upgraded to Adobe Premiere Pro. And when I first started editing on that, I got a lot of advice and help from my brother, because my brother makes music videos and he uses that software. So that's how I got into that software. And within the software, there is a section where you can color correct your videos, meaning take away a little bit of the yellow, take away a little bit of the blue, or if you want to saturate it a little bit more, add a little bit more vividness, just anything to kind of make it a little bit more natural in terms of lighting. You can kind of play around with it on that software. Do you use artificial lighting? I haven't used artificial lighting in a really long time. I've been using natural lighting, but I'm trying to redo my filming space downstairs. And when I film downstairs, because it's in a basement, I use 2 soft boxes, which are fine because the room that I film in downstairs is quite small. So the soft boxes are perfect. I don't need anything bigger than that. So yeah. And then your camera setting will bring in a little bit more light too. How do you come up with ideas for content? How do you plan your videos? So I have a book. I'll show you guys right here. And anytime I have any video ideas, I go ahead and write it in this book too. But I also have a spreadsheet that's connected to my email on Sheets. And what I try to do when the month is ending, I'll try to write out a full month worth of content. And so when I'm filming my content, I will go on that spreadsheet and take which videos are appropriate for that time and film that video. So just really kind of planning out your entire month makes a huge difference. So you're not stuck thinking, what should I film? And also seeing what's trending on YouTube. Like summertime is here now. So for me, summer fragrances are trending. So fragrances that have to do with summer are doing really well. So you kind of want to mimic the topic of the video, but bring some uniqueness to each video. But you're basically talking about the same theme, right? Which is summertime. Just like there are a bunch of like retail stores having sales right now. So those are popular videos that are going on YouTube where people are searching, okay, what should I buy for a Sephora sale, a Nordstrom anniversary sale, Saks and stuff like that. So really look at what's trending also and plug that into your month of content, and then also write down your specific ideas. And basically the trending content is what really helps your channel grow and make you more visible to like newer audience. So going on YouTube, going on Google and writing what's trending on YouTube right now, seeing what people are searching for on Google Trends. You can see what people are searching for in terms of like fragrance, skincare, vlogs, cooking, whatever it is that your content is. You want to kind of see what's trending for that month or for that season and plan your content ahead of time. And I always set 2 dates aside to create content, and then I will edit it. So that way you're not missing on too many videos. Like when I miss videos, it's because I didn't set those dates aside just to film, like setting Monday. And I tell myself, okay, Monday, I'm going to film 3 videos. And that's what I do. I know the theme. I know what I'm filming. I have my products, sit down, film, change, do makeup again, film, change, do makeup again, film, and do my 3 videos so that I'm able to edit them and have those 3 videos ready for the week. And you don't have to constantly sit down to film every single day, especially for me. Like, I have kids, I have my husband, so I have to be able to manage things properly. So I'm not literally filming and editing every single day of the week. And in terms of ideas, honestly, you take inspiration from other content creators too, put your own twist on it, come up with your own like ideas, whatever you want to watch on your time too, and that's your style of content. You make your video out of it, or if someone requested a specific video, you write that down and you make that kind of video too. Bye, babe. Thanks for coming by. Spring, summer really caught my attention. This came in perfect time when I was thinking about starting my channel. I appreciate it. You're welcome. Is it possible to get all of this in writing? You should develop an ebook. Thank you. I've never thought of that. My brother did suggest that I do something like that, but I have no idea how to even go about that. I'm a mama of 3 as well. It's the only way I can stay on track without taking time away from my babies. Exactly. Exactly. Like, filming and editing is very time consuming. So you have to be pretty strategic when creating content, so that it's literally not like the entire day of you sitting in front of a computer editing, because sometimes it can take a long time, especially with fragrance videos, when you're talking about like 10-20 fragrances, and you have to add text overlay with the titles and the notes and all of that stuff. It's time consuming, very time consuming. The more details in a video, it took that person a really long time. I've been following you for the last year. I see you fall in love with many new niche friends. But what I'm curious about is which one you keep coming back to for everyday use. When it comes to niche fragrances, lately, the one that I've been coming back to, Creed Aventus for Her. I really like that one. Like, I really like that one. I wear it quite often. Also, Delina La Rose, I've been wearing quite a bit too. Just something a little bit more refreshing, because it's getting quite humid in Canada. So yeah, guys, I'm going to hop out of here in a few minutes. Let me know if you guys have any more questions so I can answer them real quickly. And we could definitely do this again if you guys want more of a dedicated live or video about this topic of content creating and all that stuff. Definitely let me know. But yeah, it was amazing chatting with you guys and just answering all your questions. I had so much fun. It's always amazing chatting with you guys, because I feel like I can get to know you guys a little bit more than just in the comment section, and also you guys can get to know me. So I will try to be back very soon. Oh, my phone's going off. I will try to be back very soon. And yeah, I'll chat with you guys very soon. I'm gonna have a video out tomorrow, so yeah. Bitter peach. Oh yes, definitely. Do you have other interests? Do you have any other interests that you would create content about? Cooking. I love cooking. That's definitely something that's been on my list to do. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll chat with you guys very, very soon. Bye, bye.